Have you ever heard of an 8-year-old prodigy who shocked a master chess player with his incredible moves? Well, in this video, we'll be diving into the story of Tanitoluwa Adewumi, the young chess player who stunned Hikaru Nakamura in a chess game. Imagine an 8-year-old thrilling a master player in chess. This is exactly what happened when Tani challenged Hikaru in a surprising chess game. We'll be taking a closer look at Tani's impressive skills, tactics, and stunning moves that left Hikaru in awe. As a chess prodigy, we'll explore how Tani was able to challenge a master player at such a young age. This video is a must-watch for anyone who loves chess, is interested in prodigies, or simply loves an inspiring story of determination and perseverance. You won't want to miss how Tani, a young prodigy, was able to shock a master player with his brilliant mind and strategic moves. Stay tuned until the end to find out what happened next. Get ready to watch the remarkable story of Tani, a chess prodigy who has become one of the most skilled and impressive players of our time. Despite being just 8 years old, Tani has already defeated countless opponents with ease and has left many in awe of his impressive talent. But little did he know that he was about to face his strongest opponent yet. A master player who was known for his unbeatable record in speed chess. Despite his extreme talent for destroying his opponents, Tani knew that this was going to be a tough challenge, but he didn't let that stop him from giving it his all and putting up an impressive fight. With his stunning moves, tactics, and skills, Tani was determined to prove that he was a force to be reckoned with, even against the best of the best. And what happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Meet Hikaru, the 5-time US World Champion and a prominent Twitch streamer. He's a seasoned player with years of experience and is widely recognized as one of the best chess players in the world. Tani faced other Twitch streamers in the past, but he knew that Hikaru was a different league altogether. This was a challenge that would test his mettle and push him to the limits. Hikaru's reputation as a formidable player preceded him, and Tani knew that he would have to bring his A game to stand a chance. This was not just any ordinary chess game, it was a battle between two titans, each with their own unique set of skills and strategies. As the game began, the tension was palpable, and the pressure was on for Tani to prove that he was worthy of being in the same league as Hikaru. Despite the odds stacked against him, Tani remained focused and determined, using all his knowledge and expertise to make his moves count. As the game progressed, Tani shocked Hikaru with his impressive strategies and skills. With each passing moment, the tension mounted and the stakes became higher, making it a nail-biting game to watch. What happened next was nothing short of remarkable, and it's a story that's sure to inspire and amaze you. Chess is all about strategy, and every move counts. Tani, a young prodigy, knew this all too well as he prepared to face his toughest opponent yet, Hikaru. The game began with Tani making a classic move, moving his pawn to e4, a move that he had played countless times and was very familiar with. But little did he know that Hikaru had something up his sleeve, and he responded with his move into c5, going for the Sicilian defense. Tani was taken aback by Hikaru's move, but he didn't let that rattle him. Instead, he remained focused and began to think of ways to counter Hikaru's move. He knew that every move from here on out would be crucial, and he had to be strategic in his approach if he wanted to stand a chance against such a seasoned player. As the game progressed, Tani and Hikaru made a couple of developing moves, which led to a pretty standard position on the board. Tani's knights were placed strategically on c3 and d4, while Hikaru's knights occupied the squares on c6 and f6. With his bishop on g7, Tani had his eye on the diagonal, carefully considering his next move. After thinking for some time, Tani made a move that would set him up for a strong position. He played bishop c4, getting ready to castle his kingside. This move was crucial for Tani as it would give him a solid defense, while also positioning his pieces for further attacks. However, Hikaru wasn't going to make it easy for Tani, and he responded by castling his own king. Tani anticipated Hikaru's move and moved his bishop back, which Hikaru immediately attacked with knight a5. This was a critical moment in the game, and Tani had to be careful with his next move. With the pressure mounting, Tani began to consider his options, thinking several moves ahead to anticipate Hikaru's next move. The tension and the excitement were enough to keep even the most casual viewers of chess. At this point in the game, both Hikaru and Tani were evenly matched, with Tani having a slight advantage. However, the tension was mounting as both players were on the edge of their seats. eagerly anticipating each other's moves. As the game progressed, Tani made a bold move, lifting his queen one square, setting up for a trade that would weaken Hikaru's position. Hikaru wasn't going to take this lying down, and he quickly countered with a surprising move, playing his pawn to b5. At this point, the excitement was intense, as you can watch to see how Tani would respond to Hikaru's attack. Rather than a castle, which would have been the safer option, Tani went for a more aggressive move, playing his pawn to f3 to defend his e4 pawn. This move was risky, as it made his king more vulnerable to attack. However, Tani was willing to take the chance, knowing that the rewards could be great if he played his cards right. The tension grew more, as you can see the players on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating each move as the game unfolded. Fortunately for Tani, Hikaru made a crucial mistake in the game by playing e5, which proved to be a costly move. This misstep by Hikaru allowed Tani to seize the opportunity to win a pawn after trading the bishops and knights. Tani then made a wise decision to take the pawn on b5, and after trading the bishop and knight on b3, Hikaru did another lethal move by playing knight at e4. Although this seemed promising at first, as it would win back material after check, it ultimately gave Tani a better position. A turning point could be there when Tani would have moved pawn to g3, forcing a trade and winning another pawn. This strategic move could have given Tani a significant advantage and put Hikaru on the defensive. The excitement was at an all-time high as Tani showed his brilliance in outmaneuvering his formidable opponent, enough to be thrilled to see such a remarkable display of skill and strategy, and the game continued to be a nail-biting, edge-of-the-seat experience for everyone watching. Regrettably, Tani made a mistake by playing his knight f2 instead of finding a better move, which allowed Hikaru to attack Tani's queen and force it to relocate. Tani's confidence seemed to wane as he moved his queen to d5, which did not have much impact and ultimately led to Tani's downfall. Hikaru proceeded to attack one of Tani's pawns with his rook, and Tani defended it poorly, resulting in him making a blunder and losing his rook. Tani appeared embarrassed and briefly contemplated resigning, but he regained his confidence and proceeded to capture Hikaru's pawn on d6. Hikaru makes a clever move by playing rook c2, setting up a potential checkmate in just 2 moves on f2. Tani quickly responds by defending his king with knight e4, but the pressure is mounting, and the situation is becoming increasingly dire for Tani. He knows that he is running out of time and must act fast if he hopes to survive this onslaught. Despite the overwhelming pressure, Tani remains determined to hold on, and perhaps even pull off a surprise victory against his formidable opponent Hikaru. It's a thrilling battle of wits and strategy, and the pressure increases as the two chess grandmasters continue to make their moves with lightning speed. The game was intense and thrilling, but unfortunately for Tani, his opponent Hikaru was too fast and too skilled. Hikaru's attack on Tani's queen forced Tani to make the difficult decision to give up his queen in exchange for some of Hikaru's pieces. As the game progressed, Hikaru's dominance became more and more clear, and Tani struggled to keep up. Hikaru eventually cornered Tani's knight, leaving Tani with few options. In a decisive move, Hikaru executed a brutal rook checkmate, sealing his victory over the talented but outmatched Tani. Overall, it was an exciting game to watch, and Hikaru's skillful play was truly impressive. Despite his devastating loss in the match, Tani's future was far from bleak. In fact, a few years later, he managed to defeat Hikaru not once, but twice, using his signature brutal Queen e8 check to end the game. With Hikaru's king forced to move, Tani made his move with rook f7, ultimately winning Hikaru's queen. Although Hikaru remained a much stronger player overall, Tani continued to work hard and improve his skills, determined to achieve his dream of becoming a world champion. Tani's resilience and determination are truly admirable. Despite facing setbacks, he remained committed to his goals and continued to work tirelessly to improve his game. His success in defeating Hikaru not once but twice is a testament to his dedication and skill. Although he may still have ways to go before he can claim the title of world champion, Tani is well on his way and has already proven himself to be a formidable player.
Just like a tennis ball comes to a racket.